Fans, freaks, nerds, and geeks, it's me, Freaky Fan, and I'm showing you guys a quick speed paint of the first illustration I did of 2022 in my new sketchbook. And I'm just going to skip right over me swatching new Sharpie colors and drawing a quick little nimbus to get my brain juices flowing. So now I'm drawing Wei. He's the oldest character that I still draw. So that's pretty cool. I've had him back since my Wattpad Gotcha Kid days. So that's fun. I've recently grown to like drawing scrunched up poses. So here is a scrunched up pose. I really like the legs. The antennae were fun. I like drawing just balls at the top of them. I like drawing antennae. It's very fun. The tail gave me a bit of trouble, but I think I like how it turned out. Now, normally I draw the hair covering Wei's left eye, but I didn't want to do that, so I kind of had to figure out where to put all that extra hair. So that was fun. And arms. Didn't really know what to do with the arms. That is a thing that I struggle with, finding what to do with the arms. So I put one up and like they're sort of waving a little, and then the other one was just supposed to be just out there. But I decided I didn't like that, so I changed it so that the elbow was bent. I think it makes it look more dynamic. You know me, I gotta have those nice, smooth, and varying lines. So I finally figured out what the strings on hoodies are called. And I forgot it, of course I did. Yeah, clothes are fun. He's got that nice hoodie of his, and I think I really nailed the wrinkles. Could have added more of them, but I didn't want to make it look too wrinkly, you know? Shoes. I don't really know enough about shoes to accurately draw shoes, so I just kind of drew whatever and hoped it looked like a shoe. Does it look like a shoe? I hope so. And after the line art, I decided I didn't want to record this all in one sitting, so I came back a few hours later. And first, I picked a green that I wanted to use, because sometimes I've drawn Wei's hoodie a darker green, and sometimes a lighter green. I ended up going with a lighter green. I went and I shuffled through my big old bucket of Sharpies for the correct pink that I wanted to use for his non-human features. And I added spots. It's very nice. I think he looks good with spots. The pink adds a real pop to it, and I like it. And then I started running into contrast issues. I added a few more layers of blue to the pants to try and relieve the situation, but it didn't really help a whole lot. I'll come back to it later. And then red. I don't know, I just like red. I went and grabbed a lighter pink and I added a underbelly and spots. Because why not, right? It's a fantasy character, I can do whatever. And I layered the brown hair with a gray because Wei's hair is actually much darker than that. And now we return to contrast issues. You don't know how many times I had to layer my Lulu pastel marker to make it dark enough so that it actually looked like Wei. But I also had to figure out how to make it darker without making it look the same as the hoodie and the pants, because I didn't want them to blend in with each other and it was not working. I think I figured it out eventually. I just kept adding more and more layers until it worked out. Then I added blushies. And I started shading with a purple, and honestly I think I should have picked a darker purple for this, but I do like the effect that the light purple gives. I also really like the shadows for the hoodie strings. Those are nice. Shading hair is hard, and the purple that I shaded the rest of it with just didn't want to work for the hair, so I ended up grabbing a black and just using that. There's a lot more contrast in the shadow there than I would have liked, but beggars can be choosers. And then I came back with a purple marker to try to blur the shading. I think it worked. It adds a really cool effect regardless. Blurred shading always looks better in my personal opinion, so I appreciated the effect. And I added highlights with my jelly rolls. I had a few blobbier, thicker highlights with my 10, and some skinnier highlights with my 5. Those are sizes, by the way. Then I decided, hey, I want to add a background, but I don't want to put in the effort of drawing a background. So I did a border. And then it created too much of a tangent with everything else, so I thickened it. I signed it, and then I was done. So there you have it. That was my first full illustration of the year. I actually really like drawing this one. It is always fun to draw, and I like scrunched up poses, so that's fun. And I'm sure that if this speaks for the rest of the year, then I will have some very nice illustrations in the future. Bye-bye.